Hi, my name is Gabriel Riley, and I'm here at King of Kings interviewing Pastor Reverend Lewis. We're going to start out. Where were you born?
I was born in New Orleans, Louisiana.
What town is home for you?
I claim Des Moines, Iowa now,
Des Moines?
but I still have my roots in New Orleans.
What brought you here to Des Moines, Iowa?
Well, it was a military assignment before I retired from the United States Army. And I arrived here in Des Moines in September of 1990. And the Lord had something else in store because I retired from the military in 1993, and I've been in Des Moines ever since.
Okay. How did the Civil Rights Movement affect you?
The Civil Rights Movement affected me when I was a child, and it still affects me even today. I'm very active in the NAACP, and unfortunately there are many young people today that don't understand the whole parameter of what the NAACP and the Civil Rights Movement have done for them to allow them to have the advantages and the ability to do things they would not have been able to do had it not been for the Civil Rights Movement. I could go into a whole lot of detail about some of the things that I witnessed as a child before the Civil Rights Movement was implemented versus the way it is today. But rather than to go through the whole rigmarole of all of that, it has affected everyone's life, even for those who don't realize how much it has been an influence and an impact on their lives.
When you decided to become a minister, when did you decide to become a minister?
It wasn't me just deciding to become a minister. When I was a child growing up, many of the relatives and church folk that I was surrounded with told me that I would be a minister, and I tried to do everything I could to show that I was not going to be a minister. But it's interesting to know that when the Lord has His hands on you, and He gave me an ultimatum. I was the first sergeant of the unit in South Korea, and that's when I received my calling, and at that particular moment was when I decided to start serving the Lord, and I gave my life to Him, and life hasn't been the same ever since.
Okay. When did you start to minister in Des Moines, Iowa?
In 1985, when I got my calling, was when I began to preach. I was licensed in 1987 in St. Robert, Missouri, and I was ordained in 1989 in St. Robert, Missouri also. And when I came to Des Moines in 1990, I was already licensed and ordained minister. So I just picked up from where we left off. I became affiliated with various churches in the area, and I became the assistant pastor of Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church here in Des Moines. And in 2000 was when I accepted the calling for being the pastor here at King of Kings Missionary Baptist Church.
When was King of Kings founded?
King of Kings was founded in 1980. And it's gone through a series of pastors. I've taken the liberty to share that information with you through a history background that I printed out for you, but I will share that with you. It was founded in 1980. It started off with 12 members, and these were the chartered members. In this informational package you will find the names and any other information that you would be inquisitive of. And when it first formed, it was a non-denominational church. It was in 1994 when the name was changed to King of Kings Missionary Baptist Church. And from that time on, we've always carried the name King of Kings Missionary Baptist Church, but it started off as non-denominational.
Okay, and that is all my questions for today.
Really?
Thank you so much.
Well, God bless you.
Thank
you for taking the time to ask those questions, and I hope I gave you an adequate answer, and it was justifiably.
Yes.
All right?
Thank you.
Thank you.